What are you wearing?
I didn't know if you'd notice.
I mean, it's staring right back at me. Is that
That's a SpaceWoof.
SpaceWoof?
That's right.
God, I feel underdressed
Listen,
as usual.
I will put up the picture right here of us recently at some
a function,
awesome function.
A function out at a local lake where they had a celebration of like-minded individuals.
It was a white trash.
It was party. A white trash bash, and we brought it.
That's right. And I brought the SpaceWoof.
I mean,
to the party tonight because
it's in honor of a very good thing.
Jimmy, what's that?
It looks like chloroform.
It does look like chloroform. And so I thought, what better shirt to wear?
Yep.
White trash, chloroform. We are without Jay.
Yeah.
And I know he's going to be super pissed about this.
I think this one more than the others, I think he's going to be a little ass hurt.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jaybird. We love you. We know you're busy.
We haven't said his name yet. His new nickname.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you're Bottom Shelf Jim. Everybody knows that. I have no cool nickname because I'm just Mike.
You're not just Mike, but yeah, we're working.
But Jay has a new nickname, and we have not yet revealed said nickname because we need him here to reveal it.
Video.
Yes. And
he's earned a very cool nickname that will debut on the channel here pretty soon.
Because it needs a little bit of explanation, and we also need comment about how this whole thing went down.
Indeed. So we won't spoil it, but just know that when Jay rejoins the staff, he's got a special little segment coming. So
here we are. This is just a pregame of an experiment that we are working on, where I took 17 bottom shelfers.
Golly, like everything
all
we've reviewed
of them
kind of sucked.
Okay, and now I will say the only non-bottom shelf I did throw in some Gunner's bourbon. It's a Kansas.
Yep.
We're keeping
it. Keeping it local.
Is Kansas. It's not bottom shelf. It's not cheap at all. It's like it's kind of crazy expensive. I want to say it was $60-$70. And it's not great.
But we thought, what could make it better? Mix it with 60.
But it is high proof.
Yeah.
And a lot of the bottom shelfers. So we have 17 bottom shelfers, and I'm kind of looking over here.
Yes, off
and basically camera, all of them are over there on the table. So I will link a video that I did on TikTok to kind of to try and pregame this a little bit and give it a little hype. And it has been aging in my garage now for a little over a week, and I've lost already. I literally just went up to the garage and I shook the barrel. It's a 2-liter barrel, and I've already lost, I'm gonna say half
of it. It's been unseasonably warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was hoping to age in my barrel that has had old fashions, Manhattans, the Slapdick agave whiskey in there. So it should have some really nice sweetness already just imparted in that wood. I was hoping to hit like 3 to 4 weeks. I'm gonna have to pull it after 2.
You're not going to have anything left.
I will not have anything left if I go any longer than 2, which sucks because I was really wanting to get that. But it's been so hot, so maybe I got some of that really good penetration into the wood. I don't know, but
3, 2, 1, and we're back. So yes, but yeah. The cool thing about aging on your own is, we are not a climate-controlled shop. We are somewhat environmentally dependent.
Yeah.
Theoretically, in a high heat, high humidity environment, it might have done more in a shorter amount of time.
I'm excited to see what it did. Even in 2 weeks, it's been hotter than shit here. We're finally getting a little bit of a break. So maybe these last 4 or 5 days that it's going to be out there, I'm pulling it at
kind
2
of
weeks.
mellow it out a little bit.
Pulling it 2 weeks. So
Fair
we'll
enough.
see. But this is
our...
the pre-aged. I want to get this is we're going to taste this again up against the final product. This is like a little teaser.
Yeah, he did this for me. This is the bottom shelf smorgasbord. Just remember when you're a kid and you go to the soda fountain and you just suicide them all together. This is the equivalent of that for 40-year-old guys.
Yep. And they were almost, other than maybe 2 or 3 bottles, they were all under $20 or $25.
Warms my heart.
One of which was the $6.99 gal.
Yeah, and as I remember,
it was good.
It didn't suck as bad as it should have.
Nope, it was really quite decent.
The price of a very expensive cup of coffee. We got an entire bottle of booze out of it. So yes.
So this is the pre-aged, just the
taster, the early pull out of the batch.
So let's just see
without further
what we
ado.
got prior to barrel aging the bottom shelf Swill.
All right.
It is.
I'm not mad so far.
No, so 17 different ones, 4.5 ounces.
The equal mixes of each.
Equal mixes, 4.5 ounces of each one. The highest proof ones were the Gunner's Bourbon at 118 proof, and Benchmark Full Proof at 125 proof. So effectively, there's 9 ounces of 120 average, 122-ish proof, and then the rest of them are relatively lower proof.
Initial thoughts? I don't hate it.
No, it's kind of what you would expect if you were to just jam a whole bunch of bottom shelf shit together.
Yeah. There's some interesting...
A whole lot of white trash stuff.
This is SpaceWoof for sure. You should have been there. So the party we attended last weekend out at the lake, this blend would have killed. We could have sold bottles to 50 people
and not even had to barrel age it.
Told them that it was some special blend, and they would have bought it like by the truckload. We'd be way better off, but it's not bad. But when you mix a bunch of paint together, you don't often get a new color of paint. You just get a bunch of crap on the page. So. However,
I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely more grain forward.
Yeah, it tastes like a cheaper bottle of whiskey still. Maybe with a couple of different high notes, but should I drink it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's, again, you put all this together hoping to, unearth some secret combination of a little bit of high proof, a little bit of the super bottom shelf.
Yeah.
I mean, you made a blend of things that you can't put your finger on one particular thing. Mm-hmm. When we did them bottle by bottle in some of our prior episodes, go back and check them out. Some of them really bombed. They were way too grassy. They were way too ethanol. They were way too something. You've mellowed a bunch of that out. Again, I'm not a neat whiskey drinker, but this, it's not too hot. It's not too...
No, it's not. It's definitely not too hot. There's quite a few 80 proofers in there,
which is
maybe a couple of 86s. There might be a 90 or 100. I'll link.
Sure, we'll give you the ingredients list.
Yeah.
Pause the video and write this shit down because you're going to want to get on some of those.
There is a little bit. I can tell you, I don't think Jay would like this. No. There's a definite grassy note to it that I don't think he would like.
But it's not his speed.
But I am super stoked to figure out what exactly that old-fashioned Manhattan,
the blend that was already in the barrel,
that was already kind of in the barrel,
because
what it is going to impart into it.
Yep, I do. There is some sweetness. Sorry to cut you off. None of the things that I understand to be in this batch are a very sweet, kind of sugary. Obviously the mix that you had with your old fashions, which you made a batch for me. They went over, really well with the consumer. So Manhattans obviously have a big sugar, kind of compliment to them. So not bad, Mikey.
Yeah, luckily I have the 8 ounces. I poured, so I kept 8 ounces out.
Yep.
And I barrel aged the rest of it.
We'll
which
be
was
able
just
to do...
a little over. It ultimately was a little over 2 750 milliliter bottles, and I will be lucky if I get one 750 milliliter.
So we have half of half potentially in our like control group.
But we at least have something to compare it to when it's said and done. So this was kind of a teaser video.
We're just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
see if you guys are into it.
It's grassy. It's kind of, honestly, it's what you would expect if you were to just mash a whole bunch of cheap shit together.
But if you have a bunch of bottles in your shelf that are kind of almost towards the end and you want to try something, it's not a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Maybe you hit the jackpot, come up with your own unique blend. You know, Colonel Sanders had to try it 175 times where he got the chicken, so... Do not Google that. I'm pretty sure that's not factually accurate, but you know where I'm going, right?
All right. Well, thanks for joining us in this little teaser. And next time you see us talking about the finished product, we will all three be here.
Yep.
The SpaceWoof may or may not make an appearance for the final product.
I think that
it probably will. Let's be honest.
It's a good, kind of corollary to this whole tale.
Yeah. So there we are. Mike, Jimmy say this is meh, but we're really excited to see exactly what comes out of that little 2-liter barrel. So
could be better.
We'll see on the flip side when we do the final comparison right here on Thin Blue Whiskey.